It was more than 2 years ago today that I foretold I would be making this very video.
See, the Picopresso, I believe, remained current for some time. And also knowing Wacaco's love of attachments, I doubt we've seen the last of the Picopresso's potential.
And here with me today is the Wacaco Picopresso. Now this really needs no introduction. However, if you are new to the world of this compact, pro-orientated handheld espresso maker, alright, so I just did the introduction. I do suggest you check out the video from this top corner of your screen, as this is where I give the full rundown of this device and how you use it. And I must say, Wacaco, they have been busy. And what I have in front of me today is the whole lineup of extra goodies that have been added to support the Picopresso. Like their new set of compact digital scales, the Exagram. These being that ideal set of scales for any manual espresso maker, as they are super slim, they're fast to read, and have a protective silicone sleeve over the load cell. Their biggest downside being that they do run off 2 AAA batteries, and they do not have any fancy modes. They just have what you do require with time, weight, and tear. But if it's just a compact and reliable set of scales that you're after, then I would be looking to get one of these. Next, I have the set of 2 faux leather sleeves for the Picopresso. As we know, it does get a little hot to hold when brewing more than one espresso back to back. These slip on and off quite easily, and do make holding the Picopresso when brewing a lot cooler. You know, in more ways than one. Then comes the Picopresso Stand. This is awesome. It's a flat-packed brew stand made from stainless steel. It's ideal for traveling, and it is durable and sturdy and quick to set up. And it even comes with an adjustable mirror. So you know what that means. No more crooked necks when eyeing off the naked filter espresso extractions. And then finally, the product we've all been waiting for. And when I mean we, I really do just mean me. Yep, you should also be excited about this. The Wacaco Picopresso Pressure Gauge. This is that thing I just knew that they had to release, as you can't compete in this market of manual espresso makers without this gadget, as it does give you that raw data on your extraction. Now, I will say, it's not entirely a game changer when it comes to brewing on the Picopresso, and I did have long held thoughts on how the Picopresso extracts, and they were just simply confirmed. The funny thing is though, I was doing it wrong this whole time. So with that, let me put this all together as a package. We'll come back, brew an espresso, and we'll talk about it. Now, honestly, this package right here, Wacaco have done a fantastic job at, and I do applaud them for tapping into that passionate, specialty coffee artisan home barista, for want of a better phrase. And I'm guilty of being one of those people. Or maybe it's just people who like really good coffee. I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that I will be asked what grinder is going to be best suited for this style of setup. And that question really depends on your budget and preferences. Now, the Picopresso, although it is marketed as a compact and portable espresso maker, I can easily see this style of espresso setup as a permanent espresso bench in a kitchen. And in that case, maybe an electric grinder on the bench would be the best way to go. Otherwise, if it is a hand grinder, I would certainly do my research and get one that confidently states that it does espresso. So think Easy Presso, Normcore, Time More, or Varia. And I have a plethora of videos on any one of those brands and their products from our channel and in this top link up the screen here. Now, since I am in the studio today, I'm going to be using the Varia VS3 grinder. Let me prep up the brew and we'll head to a montage, we'll come back and pull the espresso shot. Just waiting on the kettle. Perfect timing. Now, I always use boiling water. That's the best water to use. And I'm also using 18 grams of finely ground coffee, so an espresso grind. And I'm gonna be aiming for 40 grams of espresso out. Now I'm going to steadily start pumping the Picopresso to fill the espresso chamber up. And here, you don't want to pump too fast on the piston, yet I am counting the pumps, and anywhere between 11 to 15, I would say, is a good amount before you start seeing espresso coming out of the basket. Now, once I do, and before any drips fall into the cup, I'm going to stop for 5 to 10 seconds to allow for a better saturation of water throughout the puck or pre-infusion. Now, once I begin pumping again, if you've got your coffee ground fine enough, this is where you should begin to start seeing pressure slowly build within the pressure gauge. So, previously, I would have steadily pumped at a maximum extension of the piston. However, now with the pressure gauge, you'll notice that there is that quick release of pressure each time I do this. So, my new approach is to do half pumps faster and more readily to maintain the 9 bars during the bulk of the extraction. And then when you come to the end of the water, you will notice that it is a lot harder to keep that pressure up higher. So rather than maintaining 9 bars, I drop it down to 5 bars as long as I can until you completely run out of water. There we go. Nice. Look at that espresso. I'm going to place the little drip cap under the bottom there. Woo. Delicious. Man, that's a full espresso. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Although I talk about how good the espresso is from the Picopresso, having this new approach and using the pressure gauge, I feel like is making and brewing a better espresso, being able to maintain those heights at around 9 to 10 bars. And I just feel like it is making better espresso because of that. But also without the pressure gauge, I think I would still now use this new approach, being able to maintain that 10 bars of pressure over and above doing it the old way and allowing it to drop and then, you know, go back up again to 9 bars. And then in terms of a portable, travel-friendly, and expert-level espresso maker, I think the Wacaco Picopresso, with all of its charm and accessories, it really does blow me away. Everything quite easily fits away into a carry case, and that still includes room for a grinder and some beans. And then you'll only ever need to find hot water from a kettle. The drawbacks? Well, it just makes espresso. So in this style of a setup, you can only fit an espresso cup underneath it, especially if you're using a set of scales. So if it's more milk coffee you prefer, there are ways around it. You'll be able to transfer this coffee into another cup, steam your milk, and then pour it into that way. But with as much irony as possible, I think the biggest downfall to the Picopresso is actually how good it is at making great espresso. And to explain that is, you see, within the realm of coffee, I find that there are 2 distinct groups of people. There are those who savor a good cup of coffee, and then there are those true coffee nerds. Now, I appreciate a good cup of coffee, yet for me, the Picopresso transcends the ordinary and is in another league to the rest of the Wacaco products. Brewing truly great espresso is a passion. It is that meticulous dance with grind size, dose, yield, water temperature. And then undermining all of that, you accept that perfection is elusive. I find equal joy in the journey of preparing the espresso, as cliche as that sounds. Unlike the casual coffee drinker, I'm undeterred by a single bad shot. Instead, I eagerly tweak the variables, relishing in the nuances that make each extraction a unique experience. And you will get that with the Picopresso. It is a game changer in the right hands, and I honestly couldn't be singing its praises anymore as a portable espresso brewer. And with all the new products to consider, it just makes this experience even better. So thank you so much for joining me today as I've brought you up to speed with the Wacaco Picopresso and all of its accessories. Thanks for watching to the end of this video as well, and we'll see you in the next one.